All right, we're here for the final on Charlie's Skidoo, and it could not have gone better. We get this thing finished up, we ride it, and Charlie's best friend Wayne rides it. We reflect on Charlie's life a bit. Stick around. All right, Lonnie's over today, and we're wrenching. It's Saturday after Christmas, 2025.
Yeah.
And we have taken it upon ourselves to get the clutches aligned. So, once again, we are not Skidoo guys or Skidoo experts or anything like that. We're not claiming to be, but there's a few things you can do. You can shim, so the ring gear here just kind of slip fits on. You could shim under that. You could shim between the clutch and the ring gear, and all that brings these this way. Well, what if they need to go that way and you don't have any shims? Well, then your alternative is to add shims here, which will pull that secondary out, which is what we did, and we now have proper belt alignment with my homemade 1.25" belt alignment tool.
Yep.
So there you go. We're happy with that. You know, we want this thing to work right for whoever buys it. So we're going to lock all this in now. Right,
Yeah.
Lon?
Yep. Lock her down. Let's get her done. Yo. Oh. Almost.
There we go. Did you get any
First
fuel?
fire, baby.
We got it's sucking fuel.
A little bit.
All right. Let's
Guess what I just found out?
What?
Don't put your hand on top of the spark plug. Why?
Oh, we got to do some new spark plug boots, you're saying?
Woo! That got a little exciting.
All right.
It was coming up.
We got fuel out the return line. Ain't running on it yet.
Nope.
Sometimes it could take just a bit to get through the carb. Well, Lonnie.
Woo! Ah!
Hell yeah, brother.
Fire!
We
Yeah.
got some tuning to do on the carb, but whatever. It runs. The carb's
yeah.
drawing fuel. It's dripping. We probably got to tighten up some of them screws.
Yeah, we got to tighten some screws somewhere.
Oh, and it smells like the Polaris vintage oil that's in this premix in this bottle.
Smells a hell of a lot better than that other stuff did.
It smells a lot better than that old gas tank. Hell yeah.
Woo!
Good job, Lon.
Thanks, man. You too.
Key works too.
He works.
All right, so I set up the mixture screws. I started at 1.25. I probably turned that idle or the low speed mixture
Maybe
down.
quarter back in.
Even a little more. It's probably 3/4, 7/8.
Right.
Just a little bit off of the high speed mixture, and that's good enough until we actually drive the thing.
Yeah.
We got it warm enough now. It smells like paint coming off the exhaust. So that's pleasant. But we just restarted it without the squirt bottle. And yay us.
Woo!
All right, we just started it off camera. We got to do it again for you because it's ridiculous. That thing is so good.
Yeah, buddy. That sounds good. Smells good. Hell yeah.
All right, we made an observation. After we ran it, we noticed the belt sits off to the side, not in the center, and there's a ton of clearance there. Probably no way to adjust that on this clutch. So what that made us do is take all but one of the shims out up here on the chain case, so we're back to exactly where we were at the beginning on the chain case. But at this point, it looks like the alignment's, basically dead on. So we're going with it. All right, it's Saturday morning. Sorry we haven't brought you back for an update for a while, but we got a console. We got the whole backrest. These guys are working back here doing a little wiring, getting the taillight ground on. We haven't put the rubber bumpers in here yet or drilled these holes. The old holes didn't line up because, well, nothing lines up. But we'll get that together pretty quick. And here's the current struggle. So I found that on vintagesnow.com. So at any rate, I'll get the wiring wired up pretty quick and we should be good to go. We are truly in the home stretch. Rick's tidying up the wiring, and we're going to clean everything off the table here, and we're going to fire this thing up really quick. And everybody say a little prayer that we don't let out any of the magic smoke on everything. Oh, show them that, Rick.
Oh.
Nice. Nice. All right, we're testing things. Tommy, show them the light. Now, here's the problem, though. The light, unlike a later machine, it's not wired to the ignition switch. It's wired to the battery, directly to the battery off the regulator. Well, there we go. We got to work.
Tested on the seat, like remember we kids?
Oh, yeah.
All right, keep holding, Rick. Let's give him the ultimate now. Yep. All right. Well, we got to do some handlebars, throttle cable, brake cable, and then I think we're going to try to ride it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's do it. Make a lap.
We're almost there.
Jeez.
Are we rolling?
Should be rolling.
Okay.
Choke on.
Yeah, put the choke on. I'm going to open this so I can see if there's fuel coming up the line. Maybe give it a little throttle. Oh, it didn't even need the choke. Well, the key won't stay on.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
The key just keeps popping off.
That's what I was doing yesterday.
And also, it's idling a little fast, isn't it?
Yeah, the throttle must be pulling on it. It feels tight. Must not be all the way down.
Oh, fuck, there isn't much room left on that cable, so...
Is there an adjustment on the... Is there a screw to adjust it? Or you just pinch it with this clamp too?
Yeah. Break some shit in there.
Brake clean.
Fuck is running half throttle.
Alright, well, I added some slack.
Slack. What was that all about?
Oh, I hit the brakes. Oh, it shut off.
Yeah, the key.
That fucking key.
The key again. Alright, well,
Boy, it sure idles nice, doesn't
It did.
hit the throttle, it just flips. I think I can dent this bezel.
Why?
Just to make a point.
That sucks. That thing idles great, don't it?
It runs great. It's gonna be a nice runner for somebody if they want to ride it.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially with the electric start.
But you know, these hoods, even when they were new, that'd be a pretty risky move. All right.
Key's working now?
Not really.
Not really.
We'll come up with another key for it. All right, folks. So he doesn't just do water pumps; he does key switches too. Tim resurrected this. Here, you want to film, Greg? This is one of the old switches. Look at it, he even cleaned it up, just
Well,
like he does
look
to your
right
water pump. Does everything it's supposed to do.
And does it have the Skidoo key now?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the Skidoo
I
expert.
don't have my glasses.
It does. It has a Bombardier key.
Cool.
That makes it even
Gray
cooler.
and silver.
All right.
Leave it, it's vintage.
Yep.
All right. Next step, we got to see if the battery's charging. That's the next thing. We got multiple regulators, but let's test this one. Rick, you want to fire it up? Tim?
Oh, sorry.
Rev it up a little.
It's
Good to go.
charging.
Battery's charging.
And the key doesn't shut off on its own anymore.
And the key doesn't shut off on its own. This is all good. Thanks, guys. Here's the finishing touch. We just put Charlie's original VIN tag on here. Of course, we had to take the VIN tag off to get it blasted and painted. So technically, it is a 1970. Never mind these unexplained stirrups and that this geometry is not quite right. The tag says it's a 70. Here's the actual last thing. I never got the seals pushed in on the drive shaft bearings. I was waiting for my Skidoo expert to get here. You can see it left its mark, so I'll top up the chain case after we're done. But that's it. Oh, and that one. Why'd that one go in so easy when the front ones are so hard? Mostly in. Huh. I'll get it. I'll get it in. It is.
Smile and wave.
All right, everybody. As you know, unfortunately, Charlie passed away. He didn't get to see the finished sled. But we're here with his best friend, Wayne. And Wayne's been a part of this journey all along. He was there the first time we went down and met Charlie. And
Helped us load sleds.
helped us load sleds, and he's taken care of Charlie's really nice dogs and the whole works. So he's an all-around good guy. And since we couldn't have Charlie here, we got Wayne up here today. And Wayne, let's start with what do you think of the sled?
Oh, this sled is awesome. This thing looks better than it did in 1970, I guarantee it. Beautiful. You guys did an unbelievable job.
Thank you. Thank you. And a huge thanks to of how it looks is Rick.
Yeah.
Right? Rick did all the body work. If it's yellow on there, Rick painted it. He did all the decals. He refurbished the console. Rick worked a miracle.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, all right, we want to talk a bit about Charlie, and there's a bunch of stuff Charlie wanted you guys to know, so I've got notes. First thing is, Charlie raced a bunch of different stuff. He raced a lot of cross-country races in the early 90s. He did some snow cross. He did cars, motocross, motorcycle, hill climb, all kinds of stuff. In 1991, he had a class win on a 440 Sport. So, and he liked to race tractionless, so I assume that's probably cross-country tractionless. In 1993, he won the World Series Snowcross in Lake Mille Lacs in the non-traction class. I believe that was the same 440 Sport. He's actually, there's a video. You can find that video on YouTube. And at about 17 minutes, look for number 56. He's not actually racing. I think they're in the pits at that time. I've watched it a couple times, but it's been months. So if you want to see Charlie, and then Wayne, do you want to talk about when Charlie bought the sled? Or got the sled? Do you know the story, or should I do that?
Well, I know a little bit of the story. So in '69, his grandparents, Grace and Orville, and bought this sled for Charlie. It's a 1970 Nordic 399 electric start. They bought it new, and Charlie rode the heck out of it for a bunch of years and beat it up pretty good. These guys brought it back to life better than new.
Yeah, so you guys, there's a whole build series on this, and you can see Charlie's original chassis wasn't salvageable, but we found a 1971 chassis we've rebuilt it on. with as many of Charlie's original parts as we could. This is his original hood, backrest, rear bumper. We think maybe the front bumper. That's his original console. The skis came from Charlie. Most of the parts in the Sled came from Charlie. But we do want to say huge thanks to Kevin Andre, who, Kevin, you're awesome. And Kevin donated the 71 that was the basis for all this. And that's the motor, the gas tank, the chassis came from that. Otherwise, things like the undercarriage and the dry shaft, we just kind of did best of the three sleds. We wanted it to be good.
Yeah, piles of parts, and we picked out what was going to work best, and then
Yep.
we finished those. You know, every bearing and every bogey's been replaced. We watch Lonnie spend hours doing that.
I went through the motor. The top end was fine. We reused that, but I was glad I went through it because one of the PTO bearing on the crank was rusty. So we actually got that into a crank shop and got that fixed. It runs incredible. It runs better than a 1970 Nordic should.
Sounds better too.
Everything works on the Sled. All the lights work. We got the key switch. You guys saw that on the video recently. It's even charging the battery. So I'm not saying it's a 100-point restoration, but it's pretty good. You might find a rusty bolt here or there. Sorry, we're on a timeline. We got to get this thing to auction. Actually, our bigger timeline has already elapsed. And
Well, you have to remember, for another speed shop, this is not what we normally do.
No.
We do not do restos. We do reconditions.
We've never done a restoration, and we don't normally work on old Skidoos, so we want to say a huge thanks to Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Greg's been our source of Skidoo knowledge. Couldn't do it without you, man. So, Greg, I did a lot of phone a friend and asking Greg questions. There's no two ways about it. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm glad it's done. It runs mint. Anybody else got any words you want to say, Wayne?
No, just appreciate all your guys' effort and time into this thing. I wish Charlie could have been here. He fortunately passed away on the 22nd of December. But you kept him updated as things went, and he loved seeing the updates and the photos, and hopefully he's looking down and today on this thing and seeing this. He's going to be really happy to see it all run.
Charlie was getting text messages. Literally, he got them on the last day. He got to see the finished plastics. He got to see the sandblasted chassis. He got to see most of it. He just didn't get to see it after it came together.
Yep.
And I want to say, even the final assembly was a struggle. We thought we'd have it done in 3 hours, and it took 2 days.
Late yesterday.
It was...
The struggle bus is real.
It is real. It is real, but we feel really good about it. Everything's working right.
Just the nice subtle touches that Charlie really wanted. The decals around the hood, the checkers. He put those on there when he was a kid. So that was very, that was huge.
And
Shout out to Mike Iverson for putting grace on the hood.
yeah, Mike Iverson pinstriping over in Osseo or Champlin? Dayton, Minnesota.
He donated that.
Yeah,
He donated that.
The racing stripe, thank you to Rick for putting that on there, the pinstriping of the grace, which we named this sled for Charlie's grandmother.
Charlie named it.
Charlie named it.
Yeah,
Charlie. But yeah, we named it the day we picked it up. We had already named it Grace.
that's true.
Yep. So Charlie got to see that pinstriping, the checkers on the hood. He got to see all of that before he passed. So
I do have a little more to say because this sled is going to auction at Auction Masters. I think the auction goes online about January 21st, maybe the 22nd, right around that time frame. The auction's timed so that if you're coming to the Midwest Ride-In, you can pick up the sled while you're at the Ride-In. So we want you to know that. I've been working with John Zeglin and Valdi. Them and Les Pins and a couple other people are actually running the auction. And John Zeglin's a Skidoo guy. He seems really happy with this whole thing, and he's been great to work with. And John says that he has it arranged so that whoever buys this sled can write the check directly to the ALS charity, which we have yet to establish, but it'll be in the auction listing. So you want to contact Auction Masters and contact John, but you'll get your full tax write-down from that. John also wants you to know there are people that will ship sleds, and Auction Masters will work with you to ship it. I can't do that. I'm not a sled shipper, and I don't have the contacts. But they will work with you to get the sled shipped to you if you're somewhere else in the U.S. If you got to get it across the border, I don't know how that's going to work. Okay, you should have. If you're in the lower 48, you're probably
Write it.
You
Write it.
yeah,
We'll get it up to international falls.
yeah, you could probably get it shipped in the lower 48, but
People in the know how to do it.
yeah, if you're going to bid on it and you're from Canada, you should have your own plan on that. Because as far as I know, the shippers that John Zeglin mentioned are all U.S. based, and I don't think they run into Canada.
We'll figure it out.
Well, they'll figure it out.
Yep.
They'll figure it out. So I just want you to know, please don't expect that if you win the auction that Nutter Speed Shop has an extra 100 hours to figure out shipping your sled. That is on
Oh, you're
you.
not going to deliver to him?
Yeah, sorry.
Will it be at the show?
Well, that depends on who wins it.
Yeah.
All right. If you win it, we'd love it if you could bring it to the Midwest Ride-In, and the Midwest Ride-In Committee would love to put this on display if you win the sled. And I'll do up some kind of a paper with the story and maybe a little QR code scan thing so people can watch the video series. If you win it, but that's not mandatory. And if you want to just leave it at Auction Masters or get it shipped, you can do whatever you want. If you win it, it's your sled. Optionally, if you're local, I wouldn't recommend this if you're getting it shipped. If you're local, you can show up here at the speed shop. If you win this, we'll give you a tour, and we would like you to take home a pickup truck and a trailer full of Skidoo parts with you.
Yes.
We would love to give you all the rest of the parts that we didn't use. There is at
Just
least,
paying it to the ERX, or
yeah, no. Well, it's not ERX.
Right.
It's the new ride-in at the Pumpkin Patch. It's no longer ERX. So, all right, we've been yakking it this long enough. Let's get some video of Wayne driving it.
So
All right.
Yeah.
yesterday afternoon, I knew we were getting very close when I pushed in the cigarette lighter and it popped out glowing red. At that time, we let out a big yeehaw because we knew. We
Actually,
were
back in the
finally-
day, though, you know, they called them cigar lighters. They did not actually call them cigarette lighters. They were cigar
we knew we
lighters.
were
Fancy
close at
guys.
that time.
Yep.
So, Nutter, like you said,
Yep.
Wayne, it's your time to ride Charlie's sled.
I'll tell you something, and I'll tell it for the people too. This is an original Skidoo key switch. So if you turn it to start, and then you let it go and it's running and it dies, which I doubt it will because it runs mint. But if it does, you got to turn it all the way off before it'll crank again on the electric starter.
It
Oh.
bounces back.
That's
It's
something.
spring loaded and it bounces back.
Well, we changed it to one that doesn't shut off when you don't want it to. We changed it to an original Bombardier key
So
switch.
you can't do
It's
it while
got-
it's running.
Yeah, it's got an original Bombardier key on it too.
Start it when it's running.
Yeah, you can't hit the starter when it's running. That's why they did that.
Why, yeah.
So just let you and everybody else know so they don't get frustrated if they win this thing.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go for a ride.
We're gonna go to the speed shop and we're gonna have a pizza and crack a beer for Charlie. So
we're gonna ride a Skidoo.
We're gonna ride it first.
Wayne's going to ride a Skidoo.
Get on the
Yeah, that's why you got to get to work.
All right, I got to show Wayne the loop, so I'm gonna run it around.
it's already going backwards. Okay. Yeah.
The other way.
I'm gonna get you starting it.
It breaks too.
Remember, you only have one arm.
I don't think.
Nice ride, Nutter.
Yeah, I had rotator cuff surgery 8 weeks ago. I can't pull it.
Oh boy. Well, you don't have to pull a rope.
Not supposed to be riding it either.
does that look good?
Don't take it easy.
I had a 55 Studebaker.
Boys, get down
We all get to do the electric.
What do you say, Wade?
On the gas,
That's awesome.
Did it run good?
Oh, yeah.
Roll down the road.
Thank you, guys.
Smoke. Dog food that was on
Thanks, guys.
burning.
That's awesome.
Charlie'd love it.
Yeah.
It stops like a 1970 machine.
The brakes are highly questionable.
He might get run over before he gets
All right, Rick. Oh, Lonnie's coming. I think we could. Straight there. We'll idle it down.
Oh my God.
Take it easy. It doesn't turn and it doesn't stop. I think you could. I mean, we built it to. Yeah, we'll have to idle it down. Actually, let me see if I can idle it down right now. All right, we'll get that idle adjusted before it goes to auction.
I know I have it. That is awesome.
He knew when he took it, though.
That's probably a good idea.
Are cool a bit.
No, she's fine.
Starting to creep.
She's nice.
Wow.
Yep. Rick, you want to run back up to the shop
I will say this.
before it gets too rained on?
Wayne, that is one of the most satisfying rides I've ever had.
Yeah, that was fun.
For all the work that we've done on that thing. That was super satisfying.
We'll do the headlight this time.
Yeah. Pull the lever. We're back in the shop after the ride. Started to do some freezing rain, so we're drying this out. And Tommy made a pizza. It's a special morning, so Tommy brought a bloody bar to the shop too.
Yeah, imagine that.
But
Thanks, Tommy.
I just want to say, that Charlie told me he loved the beer cracks. We showed you him at the beer crack on the first episode of this, and he liked the pizza. He liked the camaraderie of the shop, and so we're doing it today in Charlie's memory.
And he ordered pizzas for us that day too. The pizzas were
did order
delivered and we
pizza.
cracked beers at his house.
Yeah.
So this is for Charlie, everybody.
All right. We'll bring you back after we're done eating.
All right.
All right, we're signing off from this project. we're going to do a moment of silence for Charlie after the end of the video. We're not going to do it right now because nobody wants to watch a moment of silence on the video. But, we're very sorry Charlie passed on, but we think we've given you a pretty good legacy. We've shown you more about him than I think you would have ever known. Charlie loved the channel, and we love Charlie back. We really appreciate having fans like him. Wayne, you got any final words? Or
No, again, just say thanks, guys, for everything you've done on this. I say Charlie would love it. I wish you could be here to see and take one last ride on it, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, that's just how timing worked out. All right, so Charlie would have wanted us to keep the channel going, so I'm just going to say that we want to say huge thanks to the patrons, and Charlie was a patron.
Yes, he was.
He loved the patron-only videos, watching all the videos early and ad-free on Patreon.
He sees them before everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, he gets the free membership now.
Well,
Yeah, buddy.
He gets his name up on the screen for free, that's for sure. So we do our membership off-site on a different site called Patreon. Thank you, Brad. We do our membership off-site on a different site called Patreon instead of doing a YouTube membership, but it's really the same thing. It's better for the content creator, which is me. I get more of it than YouTube does this way. So anyways, patrons get to see all the videos early. They get to see them ad-free. They get their names up on the screen, and they get patron-only videos. Camila, do not step on that sled.
Mila, sit.
All right, it's hard to do video. So we want to say huge thanks to everybody that donated to this project, especially to Tommy's cousin Hoos, who made a very, very generous donation.
Thanks, Hoos.
Yep. Many other people donated as well. We thank y'all. We thank everybody that sent us super thanks on YouTube and everybody that's sent a donation through on PayPal. We appreciate all of you.
And we appreciate the people that are subscribing. Keep subscribing, folks. Hit subscribe, hit notify so you get notifications of when the new video content comes out. We really appreciate you just continuing to subscribe. Thank you.
YouTube subscriptions are free, and you can subscribe from your TV and you can subscribe from your phone. So please hit subscribe. Even if you're watching on your TV, please subscribe. It helps out the channel. All right, that's enough of that rambling. Thanks, everybody. Wayne, thanks for coming up.
Rest in peace, Charlie.